Welcome to Chanel the latest. A steady stream of videos on social media shows Ukrainian drones dropping grenades through open hatches into Russian tanks. Sometimes it takes several tries, but the video ends with a shot of a burning vehicle. Commenters sometimes remark that the tank was already abandoned, as if this meant the kill did not count. In fact, the systematic destruction of Russian tanks which would otherwise be repaired, turning minor damage into a total write-off, is steadily eroding the tank force. Modern armies place great emphasis on being able to regenerate lost vehicles, with repair units at several levels from company-level sections with spare parts and tools to fix broken-down vehicles, through battalion workshops for field repairs to larger division-level facilities, plus armored recovery vehicles able to pull a 70-ton tank off the battlefield under fire, and other specialized gear. The proportion of vehicles that can be recovered depends very much on the cause. If a vehicle has simply got stuck in mud or fallen into water, as often seemed to happen to Russian armor, then it's just a matter of waiting for a tow. Similarly, for a mechanical breakdown, the repair rate should be something like 100%. Such breakdowns are common. One point the M1 Abrams was breaking down on average after every 101 miles driven, and Russia's aging and poorly maintained fleet may be performing even more. Many combat losses can also be recovered. If a tank runs over a pressure mine, usually a track will be broken or a wheel destroyed, a mobility kill, rather than a catastrophic kill. More advanced mines can kill tanks, but these have been rare in this conflict. Even a hit by an anti-tank missile or cannon may disable a vehicle rather than destroying it. During World War II, German tank commanders would keep firing at a Russian tank until they saw a column of smoke rising from it. One World War II study found that around half of all tanks knocked out in combat could be recovered. The Germans were especially good at getting their tanks back into action, so the Allies started sending out engineers with demolition charges to destroy any damaged German tanks. In this conflict, Ukrainian forces have been adept at repairing captured Russian tanks for their own use. In October, the UK's military intelligence claimed that more than half of Ukraine's tank fleet had been donated by Russia. But where vehicles are behind enemy lines and cannot be captured, they need to be destroyed, and small drones turn out to be the ideal tool. The usual technique is to drop a hand grenade through an open hatch into the tank. This might take several goes, usually only hits are posted, but the supply of ammunition seems unlimited and the drones can keep bombing until they score a kill. Various different types of grenade are used for the job, though not the small VOG-17s used against Russian foot soldiers. The weapons used include the RGD-5 grenade seen here destroying an abandoned T-72, or the F-1 grenade knocking out another T-72, or the German supple DM-51 seen here. This video shows a BMP-1 first stopped by a guided missile and then destroyed by a drone-dropped hand grenade. More exotic munitions are also now appearing, like the US-supplied 40mm grenade seen here, or an incendiary bomb described as Molotov balloon, which finishes off atop of the range T-90M, and the RGT-27S2 thermobaric grenade used to destroy a Russian BMP-2. Occasionally heavier drones are involved. One video shows a T-90M which was immobilized after hitting an anti-tank mine being destroyed by an R-18 octocopter dropping RKG-3 anti-tank grenades, but usually it's just a matter of a small consumer drone, a certain amount of skill, and plenty of grenades. There is no separate count of just how much armor has been taken out of the right this way. Unfortunately, Oryx's excellent list of Russian losses does not give a detailed breakdown of cause. Given that the list now runs to some 10,000 vehicles, simply keeping track of them all is a major undertaking. Small drones are also capable of taking out tanks when they are not abandoned, although they are mainly anti-personnel weapons. But the job of the drone wrecking crews, demolishing vehicles which could otherwise be recovered, may turn out to be crucial. Russia can only produce a fraction of the tanks needed to replace its losses, so each tank taken out of action chips away at its fighting power. And if the videos online are an indication, the chipping is rapid, professional and relentless. A video shared by the Ukrainian military purportedly shows two Russian tanks, spectacularly, exploding following a rocket strike. Video shared on Facebook by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on Tuesday. The tanks are shown from above before and after exploding, apparently as the result of a Ukrainian rocket attack. The video was shared as speculation mounts that at least two military parades that were scheduled to take place in Russia next month were cancelled due to an increasing tank shortage. The video shows how the soldiers of the 43rd Separate Artillery Brigade, named after Hetman Taras Triasil, spectacularly destroyed two Russian tanks trying to attack Ukrainian positions, the Ukrainian military said while sharing the video. "Let's stand and win. It is not clear where or when the tanks were destroyed." Ukraine's 43rd Artillery Brigade is based out of Pereyaslav, which is located in the Kyiv region, about 60 miles south of the national capital. The brigade, which was named after 17th-century Ukrainian folk hero and Cossack leader Taras Fedorovich, has been active in recent months in areas that include the embattled region of Donetsk. The Twitter account, Ukraine Weapons Tracker, speculated that the tanks were, presumably T-72 T-80 series, and were destroyed in a high-mobility artillery rocket systems HIMARS strike. The video was captured by a Ukrainian LELEKA-100 drone, according to the account. At least one other video that purported to show a Russian tank being recently destroyed in Ukraine circulated online Tuesday. The Ukraine Weapons Tracker account shared a video of a tank suffering a catastrophic explosion after apparently running over a Ukrainian anti-tank mine in Donetsk. The Ukrainian military said on Facebook on April 11 it has destroyed at least 3,644 Russian tanks since the war began on February 24, 2022. 7 tanks were added to the tally on Tuesday. Ukraine has also captured a number of Russian tanks. One tank captured during the first month of the war, AT-80 nicknamed Bunny, was destroyed this week after suffering damage in battle. Prior to its destruction, it had destroyed at least 6 other Russian tanks, according to Ukraine. Parades to celebrate Victory Day, a holiday that commemorates the Soviet Union's World War II victory every year on May 9, were cancelled in Russia's Kursk and Belgorod oblasts this week. While security was cited as the official reason for the cancellations, the move prompted speculation that the parades were called off due to Moscow's dwindling supply of tanks and other military equipment. Some suggested that the only tanks still available for display were aging models that could have been used by the Soviet Army during World War II. Is it because there is nothing left to show at the parade besides T-34? Tweeted Ukrainian commentator Maria Drutska.